There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
This is it. Nice. White and black. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's that same gray stuff. Look at the fish down.
Oh wow, those fossils. This is super resilient.
That's interesting. Oh, same thing. Might need the mini sledge for this one. This is definitely it though, you can see it there. I don't want to ruin the rock. It smells like gunpowder. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
This is it. Tiny bits of mud. It's snowing and it's flooded. What are the fish doing? There's more fossils. Shell. Bunch of shells. Look at that. Awesome. One of those little worm things too. It's just a rock right off a creek. Show them again.
Right there. One of these things.
Little dude. So since my last batch of videos, I have switched off coffee because of the coffee shortages here where I look for rock, and I now drink iced green tea for caffeine. However, I have noticed that there's not much iced green tea here either. So, this has been a problem. Spotted some flint. Look at that. That's that little flake I found. Do you remember? Interesting.
Hold on to it.
Good. A tiny bit, but it's very, very damaged. Let's test it. I don't know what kind this is. I guess that's more of it then. Right here. Maybe? Nope. Nah. Mudstone. Siltstone. So this is definitely that stuff that was that little flake. So I'm really happy to see this.
I get your
Wow.
hammerstone.
This one's covered. Let's try right here. Nice. White and black. Wow. That's interesting. Oh, let's see. This one. Same thing. Bigger piece. Might need the mini sledge for this one. This is definitely it though, you can see it there. I don't want to ruin the rock. It smells like gunpowder. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
This is it. I get some steak. It's catching snowflakes. So it's really unexpectedly snowing here. So I don't really want to get down into creeks with all that. But I am doing some reconnaissance work, and I did find some interesting samples. I'm going to keep looking. I think I'm going to try to nap some of it, just out of extreme curiosity. It's like really, like, wow, there's a lot of snow. Where did it come from? Why is it snowing? It's April. Okay. Low battery. So there's just a little pull off here next to a creek. And there's this strange CHERT that tricked me. But I think this was all put here. Alright, gonna continue on. Yeah, this was all put here. There's more. Little samples. Cool. Okay. would not compete with the potency of the Pavilion Hotel's White Sulphur Spring. Was unable to attract many bathers away from the pavilion's wooden bath sheds. And that was in 1875, in the midst of the Great Depression. Congress Hall was totally destroyed by fire. Now we can't go to it at all. Closed. Not allowed. Why? There, I'm going to continue on. Yeah, this was also here. There's more.
Super whistling.
Alright, so that is a success. White and black flint in New York. Alright. I wonder what I can make from that. Okay, heading out. Going. See you when I see you. See you later. See you in a few. I'll be right back.
What do you think?
I don't see anything up there. I don't see anything outcropping. There's more underwears.
Are you serious?
Old underwears. What the heck? Some higher quality black flint mixed into the limestone. Just a pile of rocks. So in geology terms, the black flint back there had a cube-like cleavage, or cubage. I don't remember the exact term. It's been a while since I took geology. Cleavage. That's the word, though. That is the word. So I just wanted to see what was here. I'm not taking anything. It's just little pieces, but I'm trying to get a good idea of what kind of CHERTs are around and what kind of nappable material is around. And there's some stuff. There's definitely some stuff. brought the mini sledge. Pull this one out.
There's one. Oh, I'm sinking.
So, I'm not sure on this. It's the Isopus. Cool. This stuff is really good. I really like this stuff. This is a small nugget though. I'll nap it and put it into the video here. I'll make something nice. Spear point or a knife. I've really been able to make smaller points, which isn't bad. These are not bad points. And I'll show you why. I also got some rock, Onondaga, from Canada, from Ontario Rockhound. Now this stuff does not have the same problems that the stuff I'm finding in creeks is having. Here's the stuff I'm finding in creeks. Here's the stuff Ontario Rockhound sent me. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with this rock. Let me try this piece. Now the problem is, it fractures into cubes. So when you hit it, this piece doesn't look too bad right there. You see that blue-gray? The problem would be getting a decent, there we go, decent flake off. For the most part, breaks off into little pieces like that. If you tap it, it kind of just crumbles apart. This piece wouldn't be too good, as you can see there. And I still got all this. Now if I come in at the side, it does not seem to crumble into cubes as bad. Like that. You know, make a point right out of that. But I think what I'm gonna do is try to nap this piece down and see if I could come up with a tiny point. See how that cube just flew off? This is what I mean about fracturing into cubes. So I've been trying to learn how to work around that. And it seems like the problem is like the outer layer turns into cubes. So let's see if we could get a point out of this. I see a crack going through there and a crack going through here. So again, it's going to be a little tiny point. Those little points are effective. Where I collected this rock, the artifacts found near there were all pretty small, which leads me to believe that they did work this stuff. And when I say they, I mean the ancient people. I kind of just smack it down into a rough shape until I could start using the indirect. All right, basic shape like that. And I'm just working around the damage that I see. So I'm going to knock away this whole piece that had the crack. Again, kind of cubey. And then from this point, it's just a matter of thinning it. I don't really see too much more that's gonna break it. It looks cruddy, but usually as the end result, it comes out pretty nice, just small. So we'll see if we could actually get a little bit of a possibly bigger point out of this piece. Just don't know how possible it actually is to get bigger pieces out of this creek rock. If you get the other Onondaga, that thing I could make huge blades out of. I showed that in one of my other videos. Recent. The stuff Ontario Rockhounds sent me is amazing rock. Let's see if we could fix this. All right. Go. It also kind of crushes weird sometimes, but that's okay. Trying to see if I could get a somewhat bigger point this time. I'm glad I was able to show what I meant about cubes. Alright. Sun angle is changing on me here. That's okay, you can still see what's going on. So there is some weird stuff in this piece. Show you what I've been struggling with here. Got that ridge off right there. Now this stuff in particular, I do not recommend trying to get extremely thin because it is so freeze damaged. Thinner you go, more chance you have of breaking it. Just trying to thin the base there a little bit more. I lost my abrader. And I don't have anything else nearby except this, and it is not really too helpful. Stuff really is really hard to get used to. I'm gonna try coming in from right there to get rid of some of that turtle back. It's also really tough. And if you hit too hard, you're gonna mess it up. So I just hit right there. Pulled a good portion of that off. And I see some freeze damage in there. So I'm gonna try to indirect it out by putting it directly on that little hinge. Lightly tapping. That does not seem to be working. All right. That spot is the problem. I'll do my best with it. It's it's also a little unpredictable, this material. So don't be too upset if it breaks on you. Especially when trying to get rid of these ridges. This is usually when I break it. But so far so good. Really just gotta be able to thin right there, and it's giving me a hard time. This doesn't want to. This is not the type of rock that I could attack it from the other side, although I'm going to try right here. Because what happens is it gets all hung up in that freeze damage. You can see the freeze crossed right there. And now I got a weird ridge right here that I got to try to get rid of. Makes things really hard. And this is why you lose a lot of size on these freeze-cracked river gravel kind of deals. Got some of it. There we go. I took a risk and really wailed on it. Right there. Flattened it out. Alright. This is going to have a weird twist to it. This one. Alright. Just got to thin this section out. The end result with these I've been pretty happy with. For hunting points at least. Alright, I am a little bit nervous to be using indirect much more. So, I think I'm going to switch to pressure. See if I can get rid of this one little tiny spot that's annoying me. And no, so I'm going to switch to I might have to do a little more indirect here, just because it's really hard to pressure plate the thick spots on this stuff. For me, it is very hard. I don't want to hurt myself with the shoulder injury and all. So I found out I actually have an MRI in a few days because they think it's coming from my neck and not my shoulder. So fingers crossed, might actually fix the problem soon. Now I do not have a lot of this stuff, so I'm not going crazy with the thinning. That's thinner than most artifacts made from this stuff. That I've seen, at least. shape up the base a little bit. See that? Get rid of this little corner. Thin the base a little more. See what we got there? The tip is super thin, so that's gonna happen. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, this is gonna turn out to be the exact same size as the other points, which is what keeps happening. Let me see if I can indirect this spot to be a little, see that spot there? Got it. There we go. Much, much, much better. So I don't know, maybe I'll notch this one. Just because all the others I've made like a Madison style points, which is actually what has been found a lot in that area. And Madison is like a simple triangle. I think I'm gonna try to thin it a little more. Like that. And I think I'm gonna try to notch this one, just because I don't have too many notched points made from this stuff. Do have to thin it a little more. Try right here. I mean, like I said, this stuff is good for hunting points. Alright. Sharpen up the edges. Just real quick. Seems like this rock really just wants to turn into triangles. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever worked a rock that it just seems to want to go a certain way and only that way, but that's what this rock seems to do for me. I got one chance to thin this side right there. I don't want to make it any thinner because then I can't use it for a hunting point. So let's see. Okay, let's see if I could indirect that. Hopefully it don't break. We will see. Just doesn't want to go. Alright, that's the best that's gonna get. So what I'm gonna do on this one is put notches in it and try to straighten it a little. I think I'm gonna put in like a side notch near the base though, just tiny. Almost like a tiny metalwood, maybe. Just shaping the base. I did really want to show you guys what I'm talking about with these small points. Even in pressure flaking, it's kind of crushing into cubes. But there you go, guys. That would for sure fit really nice on an arrow. Would fly nice. And it's sharp as heck. That's the plus of this stuff. It is sharp as heck, man. I do like it, I just wish I could find better pieces that weren't so damaged. Alright. Now just for another quick comparison. Flake stuff. See what I mean? Came from this piece. Let's get out all the others again. See, like, I like that one. That looks like an artifact that was in the Flint Knapping calendar this year. Reminds me of one that was in there, a little bit taller. But here's the stuff made from it. The only other notched point I really have is this one. This is the one I just made. This was the first one I made from this stuff. Wasn't sure what I was doing yet. An extremely tough piece. See, it's mostly limestone. It's got weird crud in it. The smallest one I made this is probably the best outcome so far. And then some more super tough stuff, kind of thick, but that would work. And I didn't finish this one yet. Anyway, that is Onondaga Creek Cobble. Alright guys, stay tuned. Do me a favor and go back and watch the past few videos. It shows me finding this stuff and everything leading up to it. Some other fun stuff, some contests. I'm keeping these flakes to work into small points like that. I'm really liking making these. It's been so long since I've done the small points. Many years. But I'm really enjoying it. It's a challenge for me. I'm so used to making knife blades and stuff for use for cutting. And it's good to mix it up every now and then. Alright guys, that is it for me. You guys have a good one. Make sure you go back and watch those other videos. You're gonna miss out on contests, giveaway contests and stuff. And I got some pretty big news coming up soon. That is it for me, guys. Have a good one. See you guys soon.